The year is 1840. A baby is born in Dorset, England. His name, Thomas Hardy. Little did anyone know this child would grow to become a literary giant. His words would paint pictures of despair. He would lay bare the human heart. His stories, they would haunt you long after you finished reading. Hardy wasn't just a novelist, he was a poet too, a keen observer of life. He saw the darkness lurking beneath the surface, and he wasn't afraid to expose it. His stories, they weren't fairy tales, they were stark, bleak, filled with a profound sense of tragedy. Hardy's characters were trapped, victims of fate, societal pressures, and their own flaws. Hardy's world was one of stark beauty, desolate moors, windswept coasts. This was the backdrop for his tales of love, loss, and despair. He dared to challenge the Victorian sensibilities. He questioned their morality, their hypocrisy. His words were a mirror reflecting the harsh realities of his time. Hardy's canvas was a fictional region. He called it Wessex. Based on the rural southwest of England, this wasn't just a setting, it was a character in itself. Ancient, unforgiving, rolling hills, ancient woodlands, they whispered forgotten secrets. Wessex was a place where time seemed to stand still, where tradition held sway and progress came at a cost. Within Wessex, Hardy explored the lives of ordinary people, their struggles, their loves, their losses. He showed us the raw beauty of nature and the brutal indifference of fate. This fictional world became Hardy's stage, a stage where he played out his tragedies, his dramas. It was a place where hope struggled to survive and where darkness always threatened to consume. Fate is a fickle thing. In Hardy's world, it's downright cruel. His characters are caught in its web, their lives dictated by forces beyond their control. Love, another dangerous game in Hardy's world. It's passionate, all-consuming, but it's rarely happy. Love leads to heartbreak, to betrayal, to tragedy, society, a cage of its own making. It restricts, it suffocates, it crushes the dreams of those who dare to defy its rigid rules. Hardy's characters often find themselves at odds with societal expectations. Nature, a powerful force, both beautiful and terrifying. It reflects the inner turmoil of Hardy's characters, the storms that rage within them, the wildness they try to suppress. These themes weave their way through all of Hardy's work. They are the threads that connect his stories, that give them their haunting power. Tess of the D'Urbervilles, a tale of innocence lost, of a young woman crushed by fate and societal hypocrisy. Tess Durbeyfield, a descendant of an ancient family, faces a life of hardship and tragedy. Far from the madding crowd, Bathsheba Everdeen, a woman of independent spirit, she navigates love and loss in a world dominated by men. But happiness remains elusive. The Mayor of Casterbridge, Michael Henchard, a man consumed by guilt, haunted by a past mistake. His rise to power is ultimately his downfall. Jude the Obscure, a story of ambition thwarted, of dreams shattered by social constraints. Jude Fawley, a working-class man, yearns for knowledge and love. But society has other plans. The return of the native, Eustacia Vi, trapped in a loveless marriage, longing for escape. Her desires lead her down a dangerous path. These are just a few of Hardy's tragic heroes. Their stories are timeless, resonating with readers even today. Hardy didn't just write novels. He crafted chilling short stories too, filled with gothic elements and a pervasive sense of dread. The Withered Arm, a tale of jealousy, of supernatural revenge, a withered arm, a ghostly visitation, and a desperate search for a cure. The Three Strangers. On a stormy night, three strangers arrive at a christening. Their arrival heralds a series of unsettling events. Suspense builds. The truth is slowly revealed. Barbara of the House of Grebe, a haunting tale of love, obsession, and the supernatural. Barbara, a beautiful and enigmatic woman, becomes the object of a man's unhealthy infatuation. With tragic consequences, these stories showcase Hardy's mastery of atmosphere, his ability to create a sense of unease, to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Section 6. The weight of the world's societal critique in Hardy's works. Hardy was a keen observer of Victorian society. He saw its flaws, its hypocrisy, and he wasn't afraid to expose them in his writing. Class division, a chasm separated the rich and the poor. Hardy explored the injustices faced by the working class, the limitations placed on their dreams. The role of women confined by societal expectations, treated as property rather than individuals. Hardy's female characters often challenged these norms, but their defiance came at a price. The rigidity of tradition stifled progress, it suffocated individuality. Hardy questioned the blind adherence to outdated customs and beliefs. Through his characters and their struggles, Hardy held up a mirror to Victorian society, forcing his readers to confront its uncomfortable truths. Section 7. Echoes of Despair. Melancholy in Hardy's prose. Melancholy permeates Hardy's work. It hangs over his characters like a shroud. They are resigned to their fates, accepting of their suffering. Nature reflects this sadness. Rain falls relentlessly. The wind howls across the moors. There is a sense of inevitability to the tragedy that unfolds. Hardy's language is often stark, lyrical, poetic. It evokes the bleak beauty of his landscapes and the inner turmoil of his characters. He doesn't shy away from depicting the harsh realities of life, the pain, the loss, the despair. His stories are not always easy to read, but they stay with you long after you finish them. Section 8. A Timeless Legacy. Hardy's Enduring Impact. Thomas Hardy left an indelible mark on English literature. His novels and short stories continue to resonate with readers today. Why? Because they deal with universal themes: love, loss, fate, social injustice. These are timeless issues that transcend any particular era. They are as relevant today as they were in Hardy's time. His characters are flawed, complex. They make mistakes, they suffer, and yet there is a certain dignity in their struggles, a resilience that resonates with readers. Hardy's writing is not for the faint of heart. It is challenging, it is thought-provoking, but it is also deeply rewarding. Section 9. Forever Haunted, the unflinching vision of Thomas Hardy. To read Hardy is to be forever changed. His stories stay with you. His characters haunt your dreams. His bleak vision of the world lingers in your mind. He doesn't offer easy answers or happy endings. He forces you to confront the darkness, to acknowledge the suffering that is an inherent part of the human condition. But there is beauty in his darkness, a raw, unflinching honesty, a profound understanding of the human heart. Thomas Hardy may be gone, but his words continue to echo through the ages, a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring legacy of a literary master.